Why is tennis scoring so baffling? Love, 15-30-40-60? Love, a variation of UF which means egg in French. 40 is likely an abbreviation of 45. 0-15-30-45-60 is assumed to have originated with using a clock face to keep score during a game. Then first to win 6 games wins a set. First to win 3 sets wins a match. Sometimes it's 5 sets. In French, 0 looks like an egg, which is called loaf, which sort of sounds like love. Also, I'm curious why 40-40 is called deuce. Why lose the 5 in 45 but keep the 5 in 15? What the shit? I thought this might be an interesting and informative sub, but now all I want to do is lie down in a dark room. My middle school PE teacher told us it was because the rich didn't want the others to learn, so they made it confusing. Someone say something about eggs? It's very mathy in a weird way. 0 LOF, love 15-20-45 lost the 5-60. You need to win 6 games for a set. Meaning a set is 360. Like 360 degrees, i.e. a circle. This is just one theory though. The clock face theory is another. Also, love might come from a phrase meaning for nothing, i.e. nothing wagered, rather than loaf. The history of early tennis isn't clear. Is there a 60? If you get a point after 40 and it puts you up by 2 points, then it's just game. If you're at 40-40, also called 40 all, then it goes advantage server or receiver, then next point is up for game if you have advantage. But if the non-advantage player scores the point, you go back to 40 all. Never heard or seen 60 in tennis. I am sure that the clock thing has been explained, as well as loaf becoming love, but the why is more interesting. Apparently the way to write 0 in good French society at the time was to make sure it was bottom heavy. Presumably to make it distinct from O. Anyway, it was hilarious to say egg. Everyone was doing it. And yes, clocks were invented then. One of the French kings even bears responsibility for Roman 4 being 4. He had bad eyes or was an idiot or something, so they changed it from EI and it stuck. The way I've always seen it is this. The first 3 points are normal, then as soon as you hit 40, the things change. There is a classical aspect to it concerning a clock, but this is just how I've internalized it based on what others have said, and my own viewing experience. If the score is 40-30, and the leading player scores, they give him 20 points for the win and wipe the board. If tied with a deuce, 40-40, whoever scores first gets advantage, meaning they essentially get 15 points to make it 55-40. Whoever scores after that either makes it a deuce again, or gets another 5 to end the game. Not really sure about anything else, but it could just be that last point is that important to specify. You forgot to drop the deuce. Why is American football scoring so baffling? 3 points if what? 6 points if what? It can be 7 or 8 if how? I don't understand. I once read somewhere that they deliberately made it difficult because tennis was an elite sport. They wanted to make it hard for the common man. An old high school PE coach of mine said it was to purposefully make it confusing so as to keep pores out of a game for the elite. I'm glad you asked this question, OP, so thanks. I believed that story my whole life. I learned from somewhere that it was scored this way to intentionally confuse the French peasantry when they saw it, as it was a royal game for the upper class. I cannot find any specific reference to this in a quick Google search. I heard it came from the markings on a sextant. 15, 30, and 40 degrees were marked. Source: a half-remembered fuzzy memory lol. Wait till you hear about bagels. No clue on the real answer, but Brain Region does a stand-up comedy bit on how tennis scoring was invented that is funny. Just stupid rich people shit. All you need to know is it's because of the French. No really, try to count to 100 in French. https://u2.b9rm bqifhn8c = c1 dvicedx1 lxrtw